my next point is the 7 ways to reduce your carbon footprint that I've got here. And it's not just 7 actually, it's I've got a few more bonus points at the end. So the first one is dry your clothes on a washing line as much as possible to avoid overusing electricity with a dryer. Now that's really easy to do. It's just you put it outside or in your conservatory or something like that, and it makes a big difference. Unplug devices at night instead of leaving them on standby, and turn off lights when you leave the room. A lot of people, when I go to friends' houses, they like leave lights on and they'll plug in their television overnight. But if you unplug it, it saves lots of power, and in turn it'll save a lot of money off your electricity bill. And the next one is choose seasonal and local food so that the goods don't have to be transported with trucks, planes, trains and ships, which all use fossil fuels and fuel for cooling the goods down. So an easy one is we get some of our fruit and veg from the local grocer and the butcher for meat, and that's just a really easy change. And it may be a little bit more expensive, but I'd say it's worth it if you're making a difference to the environment. Next one is wash your clothes in cold water, and you can save 500 pounds of CO2 a year by doing this, which is staggering, I think. 500 pounds of CO2 not going into the atmosphere. It's a greenhouse gas, and that'll make a really large difference. And the 5th point is buying less things, just in general, buy less. And buy used or recycled things. Like my mum has got a pair of sandals made from recycled plastic bottles. So, and also this bag we got from a day out a few weeks ago. This is made out of recycled plastic bottles as well, like a cool lunch bag.
Wow.
And it's just easy. And another question, what would you say is the easiest swap to make in your own life? To help save the planet, make a difference?
Easiest swap, I would have to go with the reusable drinks bottle. I just think it is such a brilliant thing that everybody can do, because it helps everything. It's a win-win-win-win, because not only will it encourage you to drink more and keep more hydrated, therefore it helps your physical well-being, but also you're helping the planet, which in turn helps your mental well-being and well-being in general. Obviously, we need a planet to survive. And it's so easy. It saves you money. It's just a brilliant thing to do. And it's good fun because you can choose lots of cool designs like the ones that you've got. So I just think it's such a great thing for people to do. Just swap to a reusable drinks bottle. It is so easy.
Yeah. And it saves a lot of money as well. Yeah. So the 6th point is reduce your food wastage by planning meals ahead of time and freezing and consuming leftovers and giving leftover fruit and veg to birds and other wild animals. This could be, if you have some apple cores, they actually, they're natural, so they biodegrade, and also birds eat a lot of them, so you can put them in your bird table, and the birds would have those, and worms and bugs as well. And point 7 is to encourage others to save the planet. So it's like what you said about the videos, is that they can spread, friends will tell their friends will tell their friends, and it just it's like a ripple effect. And you can just, the simplest way to save the planet is to tell friends, family, neighbours, colleagues and others to just say, hey, reduce your plastic usage and save the planet. The next tip is using a reusable drinks bottle instead of a single-use plastic one. We've already talked about. And the final point is, instead of buying bottles of fresh fruit juice, buy bottles of squash to add to the water, as they last much longer and it actually saves money. And also, there's a book I was reading recently called No More Plastic by Martin Dorey.
Oh snap, I've got one somewhere. Where is it? I'm looking at my bookshelf. Can't see it. I can see Turning the Tide on Plastic, How to Save the World for Free. Oh, where's Martin's book gone? Don't know, I must be reading it.
Yeah. And we don't have a beach where we are, but we can still pick up rubbish from a local street, a local park, like a river or anything. And one way we can do this is we've just ordered from the council. They got delivered a few days ago. A grabber and a rubbish bag here.
Oh, hey.
So the council, we asked for one from the council. They're actually free. And yeah, we got them from the council, and we can now use those. And also, when we come down to Cornwall, we can use them as well.
Brilliant.
And no more plastic. I've recorded a video about this, and I'm going to upload that in the next 2 days. And possibly I'll even upload it after this. And it's just got loads of different ways to recycle and save the planet. And one other thing, apart from the meeting with you at Beach Guardian, that kick-started my action into plastic was David Attenborough and what he said at the end of Blue Planet 2, at the end of the final episode, which was along the lines of, like, we need to help stop this, it's down to us, and it's the next generation that can help. And that got so many hashtags and posts on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and things like that. So it's clear that did make a difference, but it shouldn't take people like David Attenborough, who a lot of people will tune into. It doesn't take a lot of people. It doesn't take a person like that to spark the change. It should be instinctive. It should have been spread around before that. And in my opinion, the problem shouldn't have started in the first place. People should have been looking out for how much plastic they use. So we have a few questions on the way for you, which I've actually forgot, so I'm going to remember them.
I just wanted to pick up on one thing that you said there, which I just think is absolutely brilliant, because, and I'm going to steal it and I'm going to use it forever now, because a lot of people will say to me, what's the best thing that you can do for the planet? What's the easiest thing that we can do? And I would always say the plastic bottle thing. I would always say get a reusable drinks bottle. But actually I've changed my answer now because of something you said. And I think the easiest and best thing, just the best thing altogether that we can do, is just talk about the planet. Talk about things that we can do. Talk about ways that we can help it. Just spread the word. Talk to your friends and family. Get on Facebook. Share that post that you see of deforestation or anything like that. Talking about things is such a powerful way to change the world. And I think that is actually the single best thing that we can do. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to sacrifice anything. You're just having conversations and making connections. And I think that is such a powerful message. And I think it's just brilliant the way that you phrased that. And I am absolutely going to steal that.
Okay, so the next question is, how do you think we can encourage others to make a difference in their own life? What's the best way we can encourage people?
Talk about it.
Talk about it, yeah.
How can we encourage people? I think there are various ways, and I've given quite a lot of thought to this because, I think for me the best way, other than talking about it, as we've just said, that's just, the best thing that we can do. But what's been really magical for us at Beach Guardian is being able to show people the problem, and I find that quite encouraging. I know that, traditionally, politicians and campaigners would rely on fear to get people to do something for you, or they will tell you, you have to get a reusable shopping bag, you have to do this, you have to do that, and nobody is going to do something if you tell them to do it. What you have to do is get them to feel that passion that you feel, and get them to know that it's their decision that they're doing something. So if you can show somebody, like yourselves, you weren't sure that the plastic problem was as big as it was. I wasn't sure that it was as big as it was until I saw the problem on the beach. And it's like that light bulb moment. Suddenly everything switches, and the beaches that you've been going to your whole life, the walk that you do every day to work, you start seeing that actually there is plastic everywhere, and you're just so blissfully unaware to it before, but the second you have that trigger just switch, You see it everywhere, and that, I think, is such a powerful thing that makes people more encouraged to start changing things in their own lives. So again, doing videos like yourself, bringing that awareness online and showing people is a very, very powerful thing.
Yeah, and seeing the problem in action just changes your perspective, and you see all your favourite places in a different light. And social media is a good way to convey the message, as you can put a picture of something online and it can just spread and everybody will know about it. And the next question is, you do a marine biology job, which I'm really inspired by and really excited to pursue. But is there anything that you're going to do for this year's World Cleanup Day?
This year's World Cleanup Day is a big one because it's such a weird time, obviously, with COVID-19 still looming over all of us. We would have liked to have obviously gone really big and had a huge event, but obviously we can't do that. But we've learned to adapt to these situations. And it just so happens that World Cleanup Day this year aligns with so many other campaigns. You've got the Marine Conservation Society campaign, you've got Keep Britain Tidy's Great British September Clean, you've also got Mindful Chef are doing something, SAS are doing something, what else are we doing that weekend? River Cleanup are doing something. There's just so many events that have fallen on that one day. So we have decided that on the 19th, on the Saturday, with all of the Litter Hero ambassadors for Keep Britain Tidy in Cornwall, I do believe there's 10 of us spread all around the coast of Cornwall and some inland as well. We're all coming together, socially distanced in separate groups of less than 6, and we're going to clean Truro. So Truro is the only city in Cornwall, and the city streets are kept reasonably clean, but the river is very, very bad. And one of the main reasons that the river is so bad is microplastics. I mean, you do find a lot of litter, like fast food wrappers and that kind of thing that's come out of the city, but the microplastics in the Truro River are horrendous. If you look in the riverbank, it is thick in a layer of bio beads. I've got some here actually, let me show you these. These are bio beads. You probably can't actually see that at all. Can you see that a little bit better? Yeah. Tiny plastic beads.
Wow.
And these are used as a filtration medium in sewage treatment works, in wastewater treatment plants. And in 2010, 5 billion of these spilt into the Truro River.
Wow.
And as I say, there's just like a thick layer in the riverbank. It's horrendous, and that's what I've sampled microplastics from there for my research that I'm doing for my master's degree at the University of Exeter, and we're looking at the bacteria that's growing on these bio beads and other microplastics actually in the river. So really exciting stuff to come on that. But that's what we're doing on World Cleanup Day. We're doing a big collaborative, unified cleanup with all of the litter heroes for Keep Britain Tidy in Cornwall.
Yeah, so 5 billion of those little plastic pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's quite alarming in one river. That is very alarming. And another place that's doing something to help is Sea Life Blackpool, who they do beach cleans on the beach in Blackpool. And after you've done the beach clean, if you do the beach clean, they'll give you free entry to the aquarium afterwards. So that's just one way of tempting people to go with beach cleaning. And once they do it once, it's really rewarding when you pick up all that plastic and you think, all of this plastic not going into the ocean, and it's rewarding and it makes you want to do it again. But obviously plastic comes in on the tide, so you feel quite overwhelmed by all the plastic constant stream every day. So how do you keep so positive and upbeat in the Tune In Tuesdays with the constant stream of plastic coming in and the problem, which is so mammoth task?
You have to. You just have to keep hopeful, because people will see it in you if you don't have hope, and they will see right through it and they won't get on board, because who is going to get on a campaign that they think is already doomed? Nobody is going to want to save the planet if they think you think that it's already too late. I do not think that at all. I see things that make me hopeful every single day, and you have to really train yourself to focus on the little things. You can't always hope for big wins, because you can't always get big wins. You have to learn from mistakes, and it's only through losses that we can grow. But you, as I say, you have to really look out for all of the little things that make you feel hopeful, and it really builds up. Talking to you today makes me so hopeful. The beach clean that we're doing later will make me feel so hopeful. And I think with plastic pollution, we really do have a way in to addressing other environmental issues, because as you say, yes, it is coming in every single day on every single tide. But if you go down to the beach, there's plastic everywhere. Within an hour, the plastic is gone. You have cleaned it up. You have made a big difference. And I think plastic is really the only campaign, the only environmental issue that you can see the direct impact that you have had just like that. You go to a beach, it's dirty, you clean it, it's clean. You know that you've made a difference. Whereas with climate change, perhaps, you switch off a light. You can't see the polar ice cap that you saved. But with plastic, you can see, and it's such a rewarding thing. And once you've had that, oh, I've made a difference today, the next day you'll do it. The next day you'll do something even bigger, and it grows and grows. It's like the gateway drug to saving the planet. You do one beach clean and you're unstoppable.
Yeah. So recently, so I'm not on Facebook, but I'm on Instagram and I'm on YouTube as well. So I've been looking at the Beach Guardian Instagram, but I've also been watching all the Tune In Tuesdays that have been re-uploaded on YouTube in the past few months. And I've just been watching all of them through. And I just want to talk about some of my favourite episodes from those that have been uploaded. So one of them was the one on, I think it was Watergate Bay, which was all of those microplastics. That was like, there was a thick layer, and I think one of the shots that really shocked me was the one where there was a layer of plastic on the top of the water, and I think there was a crab underneath it, just going along, which is like, it's so close to animals, and it's just, some people think that it's like, oh, it's never going to come to where I am, and it's like, it's all on some faraway place, but it's actually not, and it's like here now. And another one of my favourite episodes was the one where you were in the car on the A30 in all the lay-bys picking up all the rubbish, and it just shocked me how much rubbish there actually was by the side of that road that people had just flung out the window. Like, it's not a big ask to just keep your rubbish in your car and wait for a bin, and it's just the disrespect for the environment. And I think the only way that'll change people's attitudes is by showing them that what they're doing is wrong, and I'm really making a change.
Definitely.
So
I'm glad you like those videos. I enjoyed making those videos. They were actually two of my favourites, just because I really like it. Well, I don't obviously like it, it's a strange one, but I enjoy it when there's a lot of plastic to pick up, because it's really rewarding. So all of those microplastics, I got absolutely drenched. there was a storm and it was horrendous, but it was such good fun, and I got millions of plastic off the beach. And the lay-by thing, again, there was just so much of it. I've got a bit of a funny story, actually. So my younger brother, he's 8. He said something absolutely hilarious to me the other day. He goes, "Emily, you do realise that all of the litter in the environment, that's all your fault?" And I was like, "What? Pardon?" And he was like, "All of the litter, it's all your fault." And I was like, "Why is that then?" And he said, "Because everybody knows how much you enjoy picking it up, that they put it there because they know that it will make you happy." I was like, That's a really lovely thought, but I really hope it's not that. So if anybody is putting it there because they think I enjoy picking it up, it's a really nice thought, but it would make me even more happy if it wasn't there.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to say about that is a question that I had a thought about this morning when I was watching some of the Beach Guardian episodes is, if you were given the chance to remove all the plastic from the world that's discarded, would you? Because then you, Beach Guardian, wouldn't be able to do all the beach cleans and all the plastic videos, so would you remove all the plastic if you could?
It's such an interesting question. Yes, of course I would. But that doesn't mean to say that I would miss doing the beach cleans a lot. But unfortunately, I think that even if all of the plastic was to disappear from the environment just like that, there's still a lot of other environmental issues I could focus on. It's a really interesting question because somebody asked me the other day what I think being successful looks like, and whether I think I am successful. And I kind of thought, well, surely I can't be successful until there is absolutely no plastic in the environment, because surely that means that I've been successful in the on the path that I've chosen, on the mission that I've kind of embarked on. But I don't think that is being successful, because beach cleaning and conserving the planet is what makes me happy. I think just doing little things that are achievable and that everybody can do is being successful. One day I do really hope that there is no plastic in the environment and I can have a rest. But yes, in answer to your question, yes, of course, I would, if I could wave a magic wand, I would wish that there was no plastic in the environment. I might do little events where I put a bit of plastic down and go and pick it back up again, just so I still get my thrills. But yes, I would.
Yeah, so another episode that I really enjoyed was the one with I think it was the second most recent one with the World War I ship, where there was just plastic right next to the shipwreck on the sand, and it's just like, it's a contrast between this really lovely piece of history and this modern problem right next to it. So, yeah, it's been really inspiring talking to you, and thank you for your time, making time to talk to me today.
Thank you, Lewis, for everything that you do. I think it's so inspiring, and I hope that more young people watching what you're doing feel that they can make a difference and that they're inspired. You know, if you can do it and you do such a phenomenal job, then why can't they? I hope a lot more people are inspired by you, and I absolutely have no doubt that they will be. I'm excited to see what else you achieve.
Thanks. So yeah, obviously I'll continue following the Beach Guardian accounts on Instagram and YouTube. We just recently come back from Cornwall, and obviously we couldn't do any beach cleans because of COVID-19. And the day that the first beach clean after lockdown was the day after we came back home, which was devastating, really. I was gutted about that. I really wanted to do a beach clean, but I still did my own beach cleans. As I said, I interviewed a local beach cleaner, so I'm going to upload that video, I think. Or I think I uploaded it. Yeah, I uploaded it last night.
I'm going to give it a watch. As soon as we stop talking today, I'm going to go and watch that.
Thank you. And I think I might upload another video today. So
perfect. Well, as I say, we're going to, if it's okay with you, we'd love to feature you in our weekly feature, Takeover Thursday. So as long as you keep producing videos, we will keep uploading them to our channel too. So as long as that's okay with you, of course.
Yeah. Thank you. I actually have a few videos planned. I've got a few recorded, waiting to be uploaded, and yeah, I have a lot of video ideas on a sheet of paper ready to record. I just need to do a bit more research. So,
can you share some ideas with me? I'm at 111 Tuning Tuesdays, and I need some fresh ideas.
Some of them that I have, I can. Some of them I have planned. I've recorded one about that you can send your crisp packets back to Walkers and they'll recycle them for you, which is something I don't think a lot of people know about that, but that is actually a thing that you can do. And I spoke in that video. I spoke about how they should put it in like big on their packaging and on their website. They should make it a big deal, and I don't think they make it as big a deal as it should be.
Interestingly enough, Lewis, so the Walkers scheme. Do you know how that started?
No, I don't know the exact details of how it started. No.
So there was this marine biology student that saw the amount of crisp packets that they were finding on the beach, and some really old crisp packets as well, older than the student was. And they were so inspired by that to try and instigate change and bring forward that campaign to the consumer, that they decided to wear a dress made out of crisp packets to their graduation to focus the media spotlight on that campaign and to try and get Walker's attention.
Yeah.
Do you know who that was?
You, I think.
It was me! It was me, yeah. So I'm really, it's great that you know about this scheme and that you're trying and that you're raising awareness of it. And we've got a great connection and collaboration with PepsiCo, who own Walkers. So I'll feed back to them that you think that it needs more to be publicised more, because obviously that works in everyone's favour. It works in their favour that they're recycling more crisp packets, and it works in ours because then there's less in the environment. So I'll absolutely feed that back to them. So well done.
Yeah, and I was inspired by the Tune In Tuesday series. I started my own series called The State of Rubbish, which I've uploaded a few videos. I did the Lizard Point one, the Gwillian Terrans Beach one. I've uploaded both of those. I have some more planned up here up north. So yeah, all I could say is stay tuned and keep watching out for those.
I absolutely will stay tuned. I'm going to follow you very closely.
Thank you. And I think I'm currently under my mum's name, so I think I'm going to get my own name and a logo as well for the channel. And yeah, that'll all be done soon.
Very exciting.
And yeah,
very exciting for you. Brilliant.
So yeah, thank you for your time today, and good luck on the beach clean later.
Thank you very much, Lewis. It was my absolute pleasure, and if there's anything else I can do to help, then just let me know.
Thank you so much for watching my interview that I did with Emily, parts 1, 2 and 3. This part 3 is a little bit longer, just to shorten the series down a bit. Make sure that you go and check Emily out. She's at Beach Guardian on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure you go and check her out because she was really inspiring for me, and she's what made me want to do this kind of videos. So guys, I hope you enjoy again. And please go and subscribe if you want to, and comment what you thought of this and any more questions for me or Emily, and I'll see you all in the next video. From me, goodbye.